Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news. There's some intriguing buzz swirling around the NFL right now, and for Bears fans, it's impossible not to be excited about the possibilities. Rumors are swirling that the San Francisco 49ers might be open to trading Charvarius Ward, and if that happens, it could be a real game changer for the Bears. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Wait, Ward. That's a huge name. And you're absolutely right. He's a proven veteran cornerback who's been making waves in the league, especially with his recent performance and his potential fit for the Bears' secondary. This isn't just some speculative move. Sources like Rossini are suggesting that the 49ers are considering trading Ward for a second-round pick in 2026, along with freeing up about $14 million in cap space, which they could use for other roster rebuilds or extensions, especially as they focus on their quarterback situation with Brock Purdy and extensions for stars like George Kittle. But why would the 49ers move Ward now? Well, their 6-4 record might look decent on paper, but their secondary has been leaky, giving up about 23 points per game, which is more than enough to raise some eyebrows. They're trying to rebuild that secondary because it's been a weak spot, especially when it comes to defending the pass. With Ward gone, it would shake things up significantly in the NFC West, a division that's already packed with talented teams like the Seahawks and Rams. The Bears, meanwhile, are eyeing this as an opportunity to bolster their defense, particularly their secondary, which has been a work in progress. Post-injuries, the Bears' defensive backfield has seen some instability, and adding a player of Ward's caliber could give them that veteran presence and shutdown ability they've been craving. Now let's talk about Charvarius Ward himself. The guy is a Pro Bowl-level talent, having made it in 2024, and he's got a resume that commands respect. In his career, Ward has registered over 200 tackles and has intercepted 10 passes with a career grade of 86. 0 from PFF, which is pretty solid for a cornerback in today's NFL. His coverage stats are particularly impressive, averaging about 12 pass breakups per season, and even with some injuries last year that kept him out for 6 games, he's proven to be a reliable shutdown corner when healthy. The thing about Ward is that he's excellent in man-to-man coverage, especially against the run, where he's considered elite. His ability to fill in the gaps and be a versatile piece in a defense makes him a perfect fit for the Bears' scheme, especially if they're looking to tighten up their secondary and make a real push for the playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, Ward's addition could be the boost that takes Chicago's defense from good to great. His presence would bring a leadership element to a secondary that's been trying to find consistency all season. With a career grade that includes 12 pass breakups and the potential for more if he stays healthy, he's a guy who can stabilize the back end and help prevent the big plays that have plagued the Bears this year. Plus, his run-stopping ability, improving the Bears' tackles per game by about 10 when he's on the field, would be a huge plus. The Bears are already looking to build a defense that can compete with the best, and acquiring Ward would send a clear message that they're all in on contending now. Now, why would the Bears be interested? Well, for starters, their cap space is around $6 million, which gives them some flexibility to make moves. They've been searching for experienced defensive backs who can provide consistency and leadership, players who can step in and immediately make an impact. Ward fits that bill perfectly. His ability to cover multiple receiver types, combined with his experience, makes him an ideal veteran presence for a secondary that's still developing. Chicago's defense has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been their Achilles heel. Adding a player like Ward could be the catalyst they need to elevate their game, especially in high-pressure situations and third-down scenarios. Let's also consider the potential impact on the NFC North. The Bears are trying to establish themselves as a serious contender, and strengthening their secondary with a player of Ward's caliber could be the piece that finally pushes them over the edge. Meanwhile, the 49ers might be looking to rebuild or restructure their roster for the future, especially with their focus on re-signing or extending key players like Kittle, and trying to keep their core intact for another Super Bowl run. If Ward is traded, it could be a sign that they're consolidating their resources to chase another championship, even if it means parting ways with a talented player like him. And speaking of the 49ers Super Bowl aspirations, their odds have shifted in recent weeks. Initially, they were listed at plus 8,000, meaning they were considered long shots. But now, with some strategic moves, those odds have improved to around plus 4,500, reflecting a more optimistic outlook for their title chances. Ward's potential departure could be a part of that strategic rebuild, focusing on maximizing their cap space and roster flexibility. However, it also opens the door for the Bears to capitalize on this opportunity, especially if they can land Ward and further bolster their defense. In today's NFL, it's all about adding the right pieces at the right time, and for Chicago, this could be that moment to make a bold move. Thinking about how Ward would fit into the Bears' defense, it's clear that his presence would give them a noticeable boost. His ability to cover zone and man, combined with his elite run-stopping skills, would complement the other pieces on the roster. The Bears have some promising young defenders, but experience and leadership in the secondary are invaluable, especially when the stakes are high. Ward's history of clutch plays and big moments could be exactly what Chicago needs to close out games and make a deep playoff push. Plus, his projected stats, potentially 2 interceptions if he stays healthy, are exactly the kind of splash plays the Bears need to turn close games into wins. Looking ahead to the rest of the season, the Bears are in a position where they must be aggressive if they want to make the playoffs. The NFC is competitive, but with the right moves, Chicago can position itself as a serious contender. Adding a veteran like Ward would send a clear message to the league and to their division rivals that they're here to fight. It's about building a defense that can withstand the best defenses in the league, and Ward's experience and skill set make him a perfect fit. Moreover, his presence could inspire the younger players in the secondary to elevate their game, knowing they have a seasoned pro watching their backs. In the grand scheme of things, this potential trade could be a catalyst for the Bears' entire season. It's not just about filling a roster spot, it's about making a statement. The Bears have been steadily building through the draft and free agency, but sometimes the biggest upgrades come from bold trades for proven talents. If they manage to land Ward, it could be the move that turns a decent team into serious contenders, poised to make a run in the playoffs and maybe even chase that elusive Super Bowl. Of course, nothing is guaranteed until the trade is official, but the signs are pointing towards something big. The Bears' management and coaching staff are known for their strategic thinking, and this move could be part of a larger plan to push the team over the top. It's about more than just one player. It's about the message it sends to the locker room, the fans, and the entire league. Chicago fans, you know how much the team has been striving for consistency and excellence, and this could be the piece that finally unlocks the full potential of this roster. So, as we wait for more updates, keep your eyes peeled. The Bears are always looking for ways to improve, and if they pull off this move for Charvarius Ward, it's going to be a game changer. Imagine Ward lining up on the outside, locking down top receivers, and making big plays in crunch time. That's the kind of difference maker who can help Chicago finally take that next step towards Super Bowl glory. The NFC North is fierce, but with a secondary fortified by Ward's experience and talent, the Bears could very well be the team to beat in the second half of the season. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Let's keep the passion alive and continue supporting our team through every twist and turn of this exciting season. The future is bright, and with moves like these, the Bears are setting themselves up for greatness. Bring on the challenge, because Chicago is ready to fight for that Super Bowl once again.